Start your week by installing your game plan. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and this is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what ability. In offense, once you've made your game plan, choose to start. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could have easily. Here are some recommendations to get you started. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards. These players are on the last year of their contract. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. This player's development trait is hidden. Put this
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they win defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll look to throw right away. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 43 yards. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, and his throw is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. That man right there, John Ross, remember, he ran the fastest combine 40 in history, 4.22 seconds, and he showed off that speed right there. Wow. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 78 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys, nothing.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down inside of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down. Field. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And his pass incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie A.J. Terrell. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now Ryan on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 40.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, 52 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half. But out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Falcon 1st down. Off
the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
18 yards. First down, Falcons.
On first down, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing. Prescott. Gallup over the man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion.
The penalty is declined.
Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He gives to Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coup for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
Youngway Koo to kick off for it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third and short.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. As Giles gets a shot from late points as they will tackle in range for a field goal or maybe more. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The 18-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
On the throwaway.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Oh, wait a minute. So we have reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Cordero Patterson had the second fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3 yards to go.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And hang on here. It's the captain of their offense, Matt Ryan, shaken up and remaining on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Elliott. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time, but they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post, but we've seen it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Shaw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys have recovered. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. We'll check on his status when we get back. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And all the way down to the 29. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Reed on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcon 16-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
This is Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. Now Shaw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29.
Let's go.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Shaw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This can perhaps salt this one away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
At the 42-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack, and that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Prescott. And a This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now Prescott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And he'll go down at the 28.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Falcon first down.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock.
Good job over there, baby. I see you. Good job over there, baby.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. A little bit of redemption after he missed 2 field goals earlier. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done kill Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and go. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure around that time.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select to scout this player and unlock his. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or a bust.
They've been searching for that thing to get them higher.
You just found a diamond in the rough.